Previously on Investigations 2. Sir, I'm testing the water in the fountain for foreign matter, sir. Also, someone's blood was detected as well. Oh, jeez. It's a match. Blood in the fountain is Dover's. Sherbet sculptures he made from the finals. It's clear to see he has great talent, but what good is that now that he's dead? Now, where was I? We've gathered information about all of the contestants. Yet we still haven't heard Gustavia's side of the story. I know. It's weird, he was like the first guy we talked to. That reminds me. Why'd you enter Mr. Dover's room, Mr. Gustavia? Ah, well, that was because... Silence, ignoramus! Or, silence, ignoramus. You are not to give that attorney the tiniest hint of information. That was a flashback, I didn't need to read that anyway. What exactly was he doing in Mr. Dover's room? And moreover, something is odd about his semi-final entry. A pastry chef bad at design and a sculptor skilled only at designing. It would have been extremely difficult for either of them to win the contest alone. It's imperative we find a way to contact him at once. Uh-oh, who's here? Cliffhanger? I don't know. Let's find out. It's you! Dun 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 dun. Blip. This is like the most impossible song to beatbox to, though. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. However, I cannot allow you to speak with Mr. Gustavia. He's on top of this, man. Von Karma! I have already conducted my interrogation of him. It is not necessary for him to speak any further, especially to a mere defense attorney. But I will answer your questions in that fool's place. That fool's place. Seems Von Karma intends to prevent me from meeting Gustavia in person. Well, how do I know you're gonna tell me what the truth, man? I don't know. What do we got here? Oh boy. Their connection. Gustavia and Dova's relationship? It's obvious the only relationship they had was that they happened to participate in the same contest. That's it? There is nothing more to say. What? How are we supposed to understand anything from so little? If we want Von Karma to divulge the truth, we have no choice but to present evidence. It's all too obvious that he's hiding something. Alright then. Have we ever seen one of these? Testimony that's just one screen long? Gustavia and Dova's relationship. It's obvious the only relationship they had was that they happened to participate in the same contest. Alright, what's the follow-up here? See, Von Karma does not want us to know Gustavia. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, okay. Or is it? Okay, should enlighten Von Karma on this fact. Alright, why am I not getting... I feel like I should have figured this out by now. What? I'll press this one. Are you sure Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover aren't linked in some way? Do not interrupt me with your baseless allegations. If we were in court right now, I'd have you held in contempt. Well, it's a good thing we're not in court then, isn't it? I don't think Von Karma has that kind of authority, though. Von Karma's famous for having even the judges wrapped around his little finger, his big finger. Wow, that's insane! You ain't seen nothing yet, kiddo. Seems like it won't be easy to go against him in court. Prosecutor Von Karma, please continue your argument. Okay, I'll go for the third time now. It's obvious the only relationship they had was that they happened to participate in the same contest. Hold it. It may have been a coincidence that the two participated in the same contest. However, you can't say for sure that they weren't connected. Defense attorney, how many times must I tell you? If you have no evidence to challenge my argument, be silent! Fine then, I'll be silent for now then. There's no evidence of a link between... Okay, alright, well it has to be in here somewhere. Your mouth may be silent, but your eyes tell me everything. What is it you want to say? You're an asshole, that's what I want to say. It would seem Von Karma does not want us to know this. Oh, here we go again. Alright. The only relationship they have is that they haven't participated in the same contest. Alright, what's the deal here? Are we trying? We're not trying to say Gustavia is the killer straight away, are we? Oh, are you talking about... Oh, you mean this? Where, like, their desserts were, like, the same? Well, that would... Yeah. That would be something. You know what's weird about this is, like, because there's 4 doors, I keep thinking there's 4 contestants. I forget that one of them is, like, judging the other 3. So he's not really a contestant at all. So then I keep getting mixed up, like, oh, okay. Prosecutor Von Karma, I'd like you to look at these desserts. The desserts were made for the contest semifinals. Don't you think these two have a particularly impressive design? Just what are you getting at? These 2 desserts were made by Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover. I wouldn't exactly call Mr. Gustavia's design skills praiseworthy. And yet for the semifinals, he was able to produce something comparable to Mr. Dover's. Furthermore, these 2 desserts have the exact same flavor. Who told you that? What are you trying to say? Just let me straighten my tie here for a second. I want to make sure this comes out right. I'm saying it's possible they collaborated with each other on their entries. Prosecutor Von Karma, please take a closer look. I don't think that's what they did, though. I think one of them got the other to do both of them. But I'm not sure why I think that yet. At first glance, they may look completely different. But even though the designs are different, it's clear they were made from the same materials. Yeah, well, the flowers, the flowing... You know, it almost looks like they are the exact same thing, except for one of them's covered up. Well, never mind. They're similar enough. The same flavor and composition, it's impossible to dismiss their similarity as coincidence. The very existence of these 2 desserts points to a link between Mr. Gustavia. He's not gonna buy that. I mean, that's just speculation, really. Since you already know this much, I will tell you the truth. Alright. Did Von Karma know about their collaboration? However, what I'm about to say is not going to help your case at all. I don't care! I just love hearing more information. Their real connection. If you want to know about Gustavia and Dover's... Oh, I love this music. So badly, I'll tell you. Last night, when I interrogated Gustavia, he told me about his connection with Dover. Snap. It's a snap, actually. It's not a slap, technically. There's something about the way his hand moves. It just feels like... The thing is, if he was slapping you, based on the animation, he'd be slapping you in the nuts anyway. So, whatever. Until the day before the finals, they worked on the desserts together. Together. Oui. The R is always the trickiest sound to know whether to replace it with a D or just replace it with a W or just not do it at all. You knew about their cooperation all this time, didn't you? Why would you conceal the truth? Because I want to win. I want to win. Snap. I would appreciate it if you didn't sully my reputation. Until I explain my points in court, I avoid giving away unnecessary details. I was merely saving you time. How can he act like this and keep the truth from us? His concealment of the truth is something I simply cannot ignore. And that's the thing, you know, in real life, it's, well, I mean, I don't know all the rules of how that kind of stuff works in real life, but... If you want to know about this connection so badly, I'll tell you. Well... I'm not sure why I pressed that, actually. It seems you know about their connection. Oh, why did you hide it from us? Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha! I would never divulge information to an insect such as yourself so easily. Man! But I'm not a fool like that detective after all. No! I was just doing things my way. Like Frank Sinatra, you know? Who gives an ass about Frank Sinatra? It was because you defied me that he gained this information in the first place. Anyway, last night when I interrogated Gustavia, he told me about his connection with Dover. Alright. Last night? That was after Mr. Dover's sculptures had melted, right? Yes. Afterwards, I went to interrogate Gustavia personally. Interrogated by Von Karma? Ooh, sounds scary. Knowing Mr. Gustavia, I feel like he probably tried to meditate through the interrogation. The moment he closed his eyes, I snapped my fingers and said, "Don't do that." Oh, what's to show him that no one remained silent in front of me. And did that work? Because of that, I was able to get a perfect confession about his connection with Dover. Till the day before the finals, they worked on their desserts together. Okay. So they just practiced together, no big deal. Why do you think Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover collaborated? Why? Because Gustavia had poor design sense, and Dover was a novice at baking. They just took the best of both worlds from each other. Without the help of each other, they would never have made it through a single round. If so, what was their mutual goal? Why cooperate until the finals? The finals will be fought on our own merits, Gustavia said, and he ended their collaboration. Gustavia's goal was to obtain the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. It seems his pride as a pastry chef won out in the end. Victory in the finals would certainly have been hollow had he cheated. So he believes that their cooperation only went as far as the semi-finals. But what if it really continued through the finals? Prosecutor Von Karma, could you explain their cooperation in a little more detail? Is he going to? I guess he is. Wow. Right, because Gustavia had poor design sense and Dover was a novice at baking. Was that the end of it right there? They were on their own. Okay, cooperated the day before, but not the day itself. That seems highly unnatural, don't you think? No! What I'm saying is only the truth. How unnatural it is matters not! Weren't you unnaturally concealing that very same truth just a moment ago? There must have been a reason he hid this fact from us. Mr. Master said that Mr. Dover was the favorite to win in the finals. Which means he must have still been cooperating with Mr. Gustavia at the time, right? Yes, that is what I believe. I must have evidence that proves they still cooperated during the finals. If you want to know about Gustavia and Dover's connection so badly, I'll tell you. Okay, we're back at the beginning. Alright. The finals, they were on their own. Well, let's just see here. What do we have that we can use here? Okay, there's one thing that did cross my mind. I don't know how likely it is, but what if they found out about Delisha, why she was really there, and they cooperated to make sure that she didn't win, so that she wouldn't get the book, you know, or something? It's a long shot, but I'm gonna try it. That statement is strange. It contradicts this piece of evidence. Don't do this to me again, Tim. Presenting stupid shit because you don't know what you're doing. I mean to tell you, man. You think that evidence can break my logic? I kind of feel like this is the same thing we were trying to prove last time, is that they were in it together. Should I just present it again because they both tasted the same? I don't know, that feels kind of superfluous to do that, but maybe? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else I could really use here. Dover's well, it's found fountain water. That's another murder. Well, I mean, whatever it is, it has to be something to do with it. I almost want to just try this again, but if it was that, I'd be pretty underwhelmed, to be honest. If it was that again. Camera, that's Kate stuff. That's just the picture of the crap there. That's not... And there's Delicia's testimony. Dover's sherbet was most delicious, but the liar part is very salty. As good as anything. I mean, let's just stop wasting time and... Wait, what? That was actually it. You say that Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover did not collaborate during the finals? That's strange. Why do you say that? Delicia testified that Dover's sherbet was most delicious. Being a novice chef, I doubt he could have done all that by himself. Oh, okay. Perhaps the two of them cooperated during the finals as well. Okay. But here's the thing though, she said the stuff about the liar, which made me think when she talked about his sherbet being delicious. I thought she meant the one in the room that was like inside the thing. Because I didn't see... It didn't seem like the one in the contest actually had a liar on it, but okay. I guess she'd have no business. I'm just misthinking something there or whatever. Defense attorney, how many times... Defense attorney, how many times do I have to tell you? Delicia's own subjective opinion cannot be admitted as evidence. There is still a chance that a novice chef could make something tasty. All you got to do is crack a couple eggs. My wife is an amateur, yet her cooking rivals that of world-class chefs. I feel bad for her. How is that not a subjective opinion? Moreover, even if you take this pharmacist's testimony to be true, it changes nothing. She also mentioned that a part of his sherbet was very salty. Which means you can hardly call this entry for the finals perfect. Oh! Man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What, no more objections? Is there no way I can prove their collaboration? Mr. Edgeworth. There's something that's been bugging me. What is it? The desserts Mr. Dover made for the finals would have taken a long time to make, right? Indeed. They were frozen sculptures, after all. How would he have had the time to sculpt it after it was frozen? Let alone help Mr. Gustavia with his design as well. The way I see it, just waiting for the sherbet to freeze would have used up all his time. Just how was he able to make those... Just how was he able to make those sherbet sculptures anyway? Kinda makes you wonder. Raymond, you may have a promising future after all. Haha, yeah. Nice. Thanks to you, I've noticed one more possibility. Gulp. Oh, man. That's right. Mr. Dover's sherbet needed time to freeze properly. And the contest time limit would not have been enough. The method Mr. Dover used to make his sherbet within the time limit was... Oh, it's prepared in advance. You mother haunchy. The sherbet was prepared in advance, all he needed to do was sculpt it. You, just what are you mumbling about? I'm mumbling about a truth that's about to blow your ass out of the water, that's what. Please excuse me, I finally realized. Your earlier view was correct. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? What are you doing? Oh, just you wait, guys. Oh, so you're finally admitting defeat. No. All I'm admitting to is the truth of one of your statements. Dover and Gustavia's collaboration lasted only until the day before the finals. It is exactly as you said. They only cooperated until the day before the finals. The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room were all made out of sherbet. Such an amount would most likely need to be left overnight to freeze. Which means Mr. Gustavia prepared Mr. Dover's sherbet in advance the day before. Gotcha. Again, it's kind of speculative, but again, it kind of makes sense too. That's right. So you realize Gustavia's cooperation ended the day before the finals. But why did Mr. Dover not help Mr. Gustavia in return? Because he was rich. He had no choice, and no point. The views of the dead are of no concern to me. Jeez, dude. The views of the dead are what are gonna matter here. If you aren't going to answer that, I'll need to get in touch with Mr. Gustavia himself. Or was your interrogation not quite as thorough as you claim? You ingrate, you dare mock me? It's not my intention, but I do have a problem with your attitude. I want you to give us a clear reason why we can't speak to Mr. Gustavia in person. It clearly isn't. Gustavia and Dover's collaboration has no bearing on this case. It's going to! You claim their collaboration is irrelevant? If Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover's relationship had turned sour, it could serve as a motive for murder. You're saying that Gustavia and Dover's collaboration was linked to the motive for the murder? If that were the case, why did he not conceal it? After all, we found out about this collaboration from Gustavia himself. Uh-oh. Well, If you really are a lawyer, show us evidence that gives us reason to suspect Gustavia. I can't see into the future, pal. Only one of Mr. Gustavia's actions has been suspicious so far. Doubtless Von Karma already knows of this fact. This could be a trap by Von Karma. Uh-oh. What's wrong, defense attorney? Not going to answer. But I wasn't back down now. Mr. Gustavia sneaked into Mr. Dover's room. His reasons for this are currently unclear. But the very fact he secretly entered the victim's room is reason enough to suspect him. Tiska tiska tiska. If that's the extent of it, I can dispel those doubts. I knew it. Was it a trap after all? I was intending to save this for the courtroom, but I'll make a special exception. We wouldn't want to prolong the trial with unnecessary information, would we? Would we? Take a look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! We got a picture. Oh my god. This is a photo of Gustavia and Dover, and their sons. Whoa! Gustavia entered Dover's room in order to steal this photo. To steal the photo? It seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Apparently, he thought that he'd be suspected if people found out he and Dover were acquainted. Well, yeah! Yes, just like you're doing now. There is nothing suspicious about Gustavia's actions. No further room for argument. Are you serious? Holy jeez! He's still adamant on not letting us meet with Mr. Gustavia. I have an investigation to return to. I have no more time to waste on the likes of you. Off I go. Oh, curse that Von Karma, calling us a waste of time. What should we do? Mr. Edgeworth? At this rate, Master Jeff will be... Von Karma is busy? Of course, why would he be so busy? Both the body and murder weapon have been found. He already has his suspect. Police should have more than enough evidence to prove Mr. Master's guilt. If that's the case, then why is Von Karma still investigating the crime scene? Good point. He's really got this in the bag like he says he does. Is there something wrong? It seems I've been overlooking a matter of vital importance. Considering that he already has the evidence he needs to convict Mr. Master, I feel that Von Karma isn't as composed as... He's trying to set something up. He didn't even tell Detective Bad the full results of the investigation. Yeah, he's afraid he's gonna get caught. Oh. And of course there's no autopsy report, you know. Just adding that to the logic here. Furthermore, something vanished from the crime scene and we still don't know why. The blood. Yep. I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. That's right. But the strangest thing we found wasn't in Mr. Master's room at all. Oh, man. Yeah, this is why. It can't really be that someone got a wash rag, you know, sopped up the blood, and used the water in the waterway to soak the rag out and, you know, and wring it dry, whatever the word is for that. Surely they would know the water goes out into the fountain. There'd be no point in doing that. Mr. Dover's blood vanished from Mr. Master's room. It somehow found its way into the fountain. What does this mean? Oof, no autopsy report, blood in the water found, bloodstain disappeared. Still no autopsy report. Can I just put these two together and he'll figure it out for me? That's a pretty big load, Gregory. Are you sure? He's gonna do it! He's gonna do it. Although the victim's blood wasn't found in Mr. Masters' room. It was detected in the water fountain. There would be no need for the killer to conceal the bloodstains after the body was found. It's unnatural. They're trying to change why he died. It's unnatural. They drowned him. Is that what they did? No, stop there. Don't do this. You gotta pass backwards anyway. It's unnatural that only the bloodstains that were found with the body disappeared. Unless the body was moved, the blood would have still remained on the chocolate. Yeah. Don't tell me. Someone removed the body and then erased the bloodstains. Probably. I don't know how else they could have done it. Oh, we're in for more here. He's figuring it out. Oh my god. Gregory, you are a badass. It's possible the body was removed from the crime scene, and the autopsy report still has not arrived. Although we have a murder weapon and a suspect, we don't know much about the body. I've been investigating under the assumption that the body had been discovered. Perhaps this assumption was wrong from the very beginning. Why didn't Von Karma give Detective Bad the autopsy report? To understand that, yes, I must turn my logic around. Oh god. My thinking shouldn't be why is Von Karma hiding information about the body. But rather, what if Von Karma doesn't even have the information to begin with? What happens if I think of it like that? It's possible that the body wasn't removed by the police for autopsy. It was moved and hidden by the real killer. Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard many dark rumors surrounding Von Karma. He's a prosecutor who forges evidence, fabricates testimonies, and makes backroom deals. You know, in the back room. But yeah, I heard that tool. Or that too. Oh, well, that tool works too. What does that have to do with this? So, everything. I try to avoid judging others based on rumors. And I didn't let those rumors influence my opinion on Von Karma until today. It seems, oh, look at his eyes, he's concerned. It seems he is a man who would distort the truth. Distort the truth? You don't mean forgery. Forgery, perjury, just line him up, baby. I can't allow him to get away with this. And thus you paid the price. The ultimate price. I must return to the prosecutor's office for now. Not a word to that attorney. Roger! I don't think so. Where do you think you're going? What do you want, defense attorney? I want to know the truth that you've been hiding. Oh. Fool. Are you trying to mislead the police's investigation again? No, are you? If you interfere with the investigation anymore, I'll be forced to reprimand you myself. Objection! I don't care what you do. Police? No. My objection is with you! What? Oh, man. Isn't it a prosecutor's job to ensure justice for criminals? What are you saying? You're starting to turn me on right now. I have no time to debate the job or to get turned on. However, I will tell you one thing. One thing? My job is to ensure all those I prosecute are found guilty. Before the perfect proof, there can be no room for doubt. Well, to find that perfect proof, you would even stoop to forgery? Ha! I was wondering what you were going on about. Oops. You intend to accuse me of forgery, don't you? Yes. Oh man. You've got balls. And it's for that reason you did not allow Detective Bad to investigate. See? See? What do you mean? The real reason Detective Bad wasn't investigating was not so he could keep an eye on us. It was to hide the fact you never found the body. Oh boy. They never found the body. Whew. You cretins! You will cease with these ludicrous accusations. I will not tolerate any further insults. In that case, let us verify the body. If you do, we'll have evidence that shows whether I'm right or not. We got you cornered, man. There ain't no— oh, what is he gonna do? The burden of proof falls on you, defense. No, it does not. It falls on the prosecution. I have no reason to comply with your baseless conjecture. You must have noticed it too. The lack of bloodstains at the crime scene. So why did the blood vanish? And more importantly, where did it go? Foolishness. Why would anyone mix the blood in the chest that contained the body? Yes, that's exactly right. If the body had been found there, the disappearing bloodstains would have no meaning at all. However, what if the body was already gone? To erase the traces of the body being there, one would have to get rid of the bloodstains as well. Holy crap! Are you saying what I think you're saying? Why make such a fuss over those bloodstains? It seems like a trivial detail to me. Or are you saying that you can show me where those bloodstains went? In court, everything must be said with evidence. Isn't that right, Von Karma? In that case, I'll show you the evidence you so love. Which piece of evidence shows where the blood in the Mr. Master's room went? I don't know why I'm doing that, it just feels good. Lower blood found in the fountain water. It was absent from the cross. There were traces of the victim's blood found in the fountain. Guess they didn't tell you that part, did they? Traces of Mr. Master's chocolate were also found in this very fountain. In other words, the blood was washed down the stream, which then flowed into the fountain. All of this points to only one possibility. Yeah, I wasn't sure, like, about where in proximity or how the room was laid out. I was picturing the stream as being, like, having walls around it to keep it from flowing into the rest of the room. So the walls would also stop the blood from falling into it. I guess not, maybe. All this points to only one possibility. After the body was removed, someone erased the bloodstains. Ah! Now, Von Karma, where was the body really found? If you really found the body, you should be able to answer. Ooh, how do you know this information? How do you know the results of the water composition test on the fountain? Because I allowed them to investigate. Yes! Bad! Always a thorn in my side. Damn it. From here on out, I will not allow you to associate any further with this case. So, it's not like you will let me do much anyway. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Or are you admitting to the fact that you didn't find the body after all? Sheesh. You'll say I never found the body. There is your evidence. He's never gonna confess, is he? This guy's incorrigible! I have nothing further to say to you. Gregory Edgeworth, this matter will be decided in court. We'll see just how well your logic holds up there. Von Karma, I will see you there! I know your methods are wrong, I promise without fail I will expose the truth you've hidden! Oh my god. Detective Bat, I'm sorry. It's because you let me investigate that. No, it's because of that we found the truth. It's bound to happen sooner or later. This is also the first time I've been restricted in my investigation. Not surprising, is it? Your theory that they never found the body sounds pretty close to the mark. That I will make clear in court. Are we going to court? If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Let me call you as a witness, even though I'm no longer in charge of this case. Then, though I'm very sorry about this, I have one more favor to ask. Whisper, whisper. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? I want to know too. You're too young for this, Ray. This will be my trump card in court. The information I've gathered up until now should be enough to prove Mr. Master's innocence. But if all else fails, I'll have this ready. Your trump card. You'll see at the trial. Wow, I get to be at the trial too? Of course. You are my assistant after all. I'll be an ace attorney too next year. Von Karma will never beat the two of us. Right. Although I hope to clear Mr. Master's name before you become a lawyer. If Von Karma is to be my opponent, he'll want the trial ended in a day. That's right. We have to save Master Jeff as fast as we can. After all, this is you we're talking about. I'm sure you'll beat Von Karma. Oh... This is painful! Jeff Master, alone in a dark cell, arrested on false charges. I must expose Von Karma's lies if I'm to save him. Wow, man. Jeez, I just want to drop the controller right now. Like, drop the mic. Because the game basically just did that to us all. I don't even know anymore. I am so... I guess I better save. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'll do it anyway. Oh my god. So I guess we'll get a little preview of what's coming next here. Well, I mean, we're just back where we left off here, so yeah. There are those two buttheads around here. Anyway. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna preview that's so stupid. So I don't want the next video to start in the middle of a conversation, so yeah, we will stop here. Next time on Investigations, back in the present, and I'll figure out what to do about Sebastian's voice, because that was getting a little out of hand too. We gotta keep some consistency here. You know what I mean? Okay, see you guys later.